In this character breakdown series, I've been breaking down every single main character that we need to know about before the premiere of Raising Kanan on July the 18th. I'm going to link Jukebox, Kanan and Raquel's character breakdowns below if you have missed any. I go through the character profiles, break down each key element from their character descriptions, just like we're going to do with Marvin Thomas in this video. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 related and Power Universe related over the coming months. But let's get into this character breakdown, preview and what to expect from his character in the first season of Power Book 3. Now he's the father to Jukebox, Kanan is his nephew and he's the eldest siblings to Raquel and Lulu. He's characterized by being the muscle to Raquel and a character who's going to have a lot of aggression. He's not going to be the brightest, but it's a similar trait to what we've seen with Kane Tahada on Power Book 2 Ghost. He's the muscle for the Tahadas but not the brightest. He's going to have some tough relationships, especially with Jukebox, and we're going to see him be a mentor in some ways to Kanan as well. So let's read his character description. The muscle for Raqu's drug ring. Marvin's the older brother to Raq and Lulu Thomas, father to Jukebox and uncle to Kanan, the oldest of the Thomas siblings. What he lacks in smarts, he makes a foot in for volatile aggression, a hothead who is quick to spring to a fight. He's a mainstay of the family business and such freely asserts his opinion on how to run things, though his ideas are typically dismissed by his smarter, shrewder, younger siblings. His quick temper and loud personality makes it difficult for his daughter Jukebox to connect with him, not that he would notice her attempts. So that's Marvin's character description, and he's the muscle for Raquel. He's not going to be the smartest, but he's going to have a lot of volatile aggression, and we've already seen the fact that he's going to be the muscle for Raquel in some of the early teasers that have been released and from the trailer. Raquel meets a rival unique with Marvin as one of her bodyguards just here at the back, and I'm sure we're going to see Marvin's character have a lot of feisty encounters with many rivals that will come across in Raising Kanan, and during the first season as well, as he tries to assert his authority as a muscle for the family. We're going to see this character that is quick-tempered and he's going to have zero tolerance. He'll probably make some rash decisions based on emotion, but I don't think we'll doubt his loyalty to his family, and especially when it comes to protecting someone like Kanan. But there is always so much more to a character than what we see on the screen, and I'm going to use Kane Tahada as an example because he's hot-headed, he makes decisions based on emotion, and he's the muscle for the Tahada family. But why is he like this? Because Monet nurtured him and made him the man he is. We heard Monet tell him that it's her fault the way he turned out the way he did, and Kane also said, "You made me this way, Ma." So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to the character of Marvin than the brutality, the aggression, and quick temper that he shows us in the first season. As the show progresses, we'll probably learn a lot more about why he is the way he is, and probably some more background and history. But at first, we should expect a lot of brutality and a high body count from Marvin in the first season of Raising Kanan. And London Brown, who plays Marvin, has given so much insight into his character. He said that Marvin is going to catch quite a few bodies in the first season of Raising Kanan, and he's the one who introduces Kanan to the game. We saw a scene in the trailer with Marvin and Kanan together, with Marvin telling Kanan that he's still in training. Now Kanan's going to have so many mentors and teachers throughout the course of Raising Kanan. He's not going to learn just from one person. He's a character that will take something and learn something from all of these people around him, and Marvin is going to be one of them, with Marvin teaching him how to clean and take apart a gun according to London Brown in his Instagram live. So Marvin is going to be this teacher and mentor to Kanan. Now Kanan, also like Marvin, is characterized as having this volatile aggression. He was ruthless in power with his kills, for example the way he taught Brock a lesson by cutting his tongue off for speaking out of line and having Dre kill him. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar from Marvin's character, with him being absolutely ruthless and unforgiving with his kills, with his hot-headed nature. He's going to be quick to spring to a fight, and from the early vibes that his character description is giving us and from what we've seen from him in the trailer, he's really going to be tough, strong and an aggressive character. But although he has this tough and aggressive nature, he lacks smarts, and he's not someone we're going to see make decisions. I don't think he's going to be this chess player, because we're going to see him give his opinions on how things should be run with Raquel and Lulu, but both of his siblings are going to be dismissive of his ideas. He's going to be the least smartest out of his siblings, and his role in the family business is being the muscle, and this is what his role in the Thomas family is going to be. Just as I said before with how Monet has Kane, Drew, Diana play these particular positions in Power Book 2 Ghost, this is Marvin's position. Now London Brown, who plays Marvin, said that he was irresponsible when he was the man in charge, which is why Raquel is now the boss. So it's going to cause a little beef between them and a bit of a power struggle. So I really wouldn't be surprised to see this power struggle between the siblings when it comes to decision making. So that's Marvin's position and role within his family and how he's going to be a mentor to Kanan. But Jukebox, let's talk about his relationship with his daughter, which is going to be a sort of an estranged relationship, because Marvin has a quick temper, making it difficult for him to connect with Jukebox, and even though Jukebox is trying to connect with him, he's not going to even notice her attempts to try and connect. Now Jukebox in Power was an absolute savage. She's a character that I would put high on my list of one of the most savage characters, and I do feel that Marvin being her father had a huge part to play in the way she turned out with the character that we know from Power, and the fact that he doesn't give Jukebox much attention at all will probably force her to protect herself and having to take things into her own hands, and could be one of the many reasons she turned out so ruthless. So Marvin will have more of a relationship with Kanan than he does with Jukebox, acting like this father figure to Kanan, filling this void that is left with Kanan not growing up with a father, and probably having more of a relationship with Kanan because he probably listens to Marvin because he wants to learn the game, the way of the streets, and Marvin is willing to teach him, guide him, and protect him. Now, we don't know what the fate of Marvin is just yet because we never heard of him in power, but this is the streets. It's going to be raw, it's going to be gritty, and I'm sure at some point not many people will survive come the end of Raising Kanan. I do think some people will survive, but it's too early to say who and why. But the way Marvin is as a character with aggression, force, and probably someone who makes irrational decisions, he probably at some point will die in the future, but I hope it's not too soon. But anyway, that's Marvin's character breakdown, his profile, and his relationship with his family. So let me know what you guys think about Marvin's character going into Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.